Hello! Happy to see you back here on the Psychedelic Art Exchange YouTube channel. We're gonna jump back into another auction deep dive and take a look at some of the wonderful things we're offering in our current March CGC auction, which closes on Thursday, March 13th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Got a whole pile of stuff there next to you.
Yes, this CGC sale is condensed, but it has some powerful material in it, and some of the highlights are sitting here on the easel. And I wanted to start with talking about a couple of these high-grade handbills from the Family Dog Portland.
Mm.
There was a period in the Family Dog history where they started producing shows in Portland, which is in your side of the world. So,
Yeah.
these are incredibly good shape, and these are not easy to find. There's not a whole lot of information on the Portland dog, but were you able to uncover any facts or
Well,
figures?
yeah, I mean, there's four of them. They only did a few shows. I think they're numbered as like P dash one, two, three, four. Similarly to how they put on some shows in Denver, Chet Helms had an associate in Portland who was booking a venue and decided to try to expand like the reach of bands that he was able to book and also try at the same time to expand the Family Dog's reach. And there's only a handful, but the designs are great and they're pretty rare.
Yeah, for sure. And this has Blue Cheer, which was probably the loudest San Francisco band of all. They were noisy and great. And they went up to Portland for this performance in the 9/8, and we have a Charlatans as well in a 9/8. So
Yeah.
this is something to look out for people to collect cards and handbills. And
Yeah,
speaking
we
of
were just
which, we
talking
have
about how I need some handbills on the wall behind me.
well,
So
yeah, you need to fill in every possible
every
inch
gap.
of wall space. This is the decor we're looking for.
Yes.
Anyhow, in handbill flyer territory, we have, which is one of the scarcer of the human being handbills. This one was done by Michael Bowen, who was one of the organizers of the event, and a San Francisco beat. I hate to say celebrity, but figure, yes. And this one's again just pristine. I mean, it is 9/8.
Mm.
You don't get any better than that. I think this comes in a couple different colors of papers, and this is the green one. And I kind of love this.
It's good. I love that too.
If we've talked about the event before, but if you need any more, detail on it, we'd be happy to come back and talk about this
Yeah, yeah.
pivotal event in San Francisco. And on to, yes, Jimi Hendrix. And this is the, BG 140, which was for, Hendrix at Winterland. There are recordings of this show out there. It's pretty great. Jack Cassidy plays on it. It's a pretty wonderful
Hmm.
recording. But this is, my favorite Hendrix poster from the series. I mean, you have
Oh.
Griffin and Moscoso collaborating on this. There's a partner piece, the BG 141, which
Mm.
is Sir Doug and Iron Butterfly, and they're beautiful bookend pieces.
They
This is a
are.
piece that just keeps rising in value, and it will not be too long before it reaches levels closer to the BG 105, which is getting all the money. So
Yeah.
this rising star is something you ought to consider if you don't have it in your collection already.
Yes.
Then,
Oh, and now we're moving on to a couple that are making first appearances in
really,
our.
that's
Yeah.
all right. So this is one of the Carousel Ballroom Grateful Dead posters. The Acid Dropper by Steve Catrone seems to get a lot of the attention and big bids, but this is just a wonderful piece, and it was done by Gut. Gut was the
Going
Hell's
back to Blue Cheer.
Angel artist who was responsible for a bunch of San Francisco stuff. This is a wonderful piece, and as Katie says, it doesn't come up that often.
Yeah, we've never offered the poster. We've offered the handbill before, but this is the first time for the poster. And it's in pretty good shape.
That mystifies me. Wow, I
Mm-hmm.
thought that for sure we would have. Oh, all right, so the carousel stuff is rare as hen's teeth. It's probably about printed in. It was printed in quantities of 500, if my memory serves me right. As with many of the posters from the era, they all got pinned up. It's very difficult to find a completely pristine copy of this. And I mean, there's really not a whole lot wrong with it. There is a little bit of a stain here that, you know, that draws the eye away a little bit, but the paper's pretty clean. This is a lovely piece. I expect it to do very well as the auction closes.
Yeah.
And here we have a super early and scarce piece from the Grandy Ballroom series. This was The Spirit of Love is what it was entitled. And you have this flapper type image, and the poor souls, they were not, really well known. I think they were Scottish and went to Canada and recorded a few things. I mean, this is one of the rare Grandy posters that the MC5 was not the headline on. But yeah, this piece doesn't come up that often. And
yeah,
again,
I think we've never seen that one before either. So it's pretty cool.
Yes.
It's a great design. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's what was this? Was this Donnie Dope? Was this the artist here?
No, it wasn't any of the usuals. I can't remember the name of the artist, but I did look into it when we started listing this poster, and I was like, oh, I don't know that name.
Well, anyhow, if you're a Grandy collector and trying to fill out this collection, here's the piece, and now's the time.
Now is the time.
So that's kind of a wrap on our current CGC sale, and, stay tuned for more fun.
Well, but to piggyback off of that, we would love to get more CGC material in-house to sell in our auctions. And if that is something you have that you are looking to consign with us, I will put contact information in the description below me. Because we always want to expand what we're offering, and
and the Grandy stuff, especially if you have any of this material, it's some of the hottest out there, especially in a holder. So
yeah,
send your CGC posters our way.
Yep, you heard it. You heard it straight from the source. And please go ahead and bid in our March CGC auction. Again, that's going to close on Thursday, March 13th at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back with more videos very soon.
Thanks again.